Hello, everybody. Welcome to Splinterlands TV for today, the 26th of January. January. I don't even know what month it is anymore. It's the 26th of December, but it's too late for Rick. But give me a sec. I'm gonna message him on Discord, and we will see what just happened. Just sent him a message. We'll see. Actually, let's go to the Explorer. Does it appear in the Explorer? Let's see. No, just the rental transactions. What's your in-game name? Walk the Grid. Maybe it'll appear on yours. Is it just Walk the Grid? Risky business. No transactions under Walk the Grid. Is it hyphenated? I'm just spying on people now. This is what happens when I don't have a plan. Yeah, it doesn't look like those sorts of transactions throw up. They don't throw up in the Block Explorer. Show up is the words I was looking for. My brain is not functioning very well today. I think I'm still in a food coma from yesterday. How did everybody go with their celebrations? So forth. Did you eat way too much food? I did. It will be there. The other thing I can do to check, if you will give me one moment just to open up my Python development environment. We will quickly run my little scripty-doo here. That's the wrong code I wanted to run. To run this one. Come on. You know what? Run. Right. On the mountain. So it's 0 claimed land. Is what we'd expect. And then would help if my code was actually running what I wanted it to run. You know, to run main instead of the other one. No, it's showing 0 plots, according to my... No, there we go. Account holds unclaimed land plot count 1. So yes, it's there. It's there in the real world. So I've written this little tiny script. Give me just 1 second. And this is the output from my script, where we've got Rick on the Mountains inventory, and sadly I can't make that text any bigger, so I hope you can read that. Counts their potions, counts their nightmare packs, their DEC. They have enough potions to open 95 packs. There's a bug in my code. You need negative 552 potions to open up your packs because you can't do division. And then you'll have negative 95 packs to open. But the important one, it looks like Rick is now in the class of landowners. So I am guessing that is a thank you to Walk the Grid, who did the same stunt on Commander Garlic earlier. So we're not capturing Rick's reaction live, unfortunately, but I bet he's shaking the roof, and the roofers that were at his house repairing it probably have to come back again to fix it all over again. So hopefully he gets his castle on the mountain, which is his wish. Alrighty, so the plan for my stream today is to try and stay in champion. That would be very, very ideal. I don't know if that's going to happen today, but we're gonna just quickly jump on over to the land area stuff and things. So I want to see where the claiming is up to. Okay, so the region 42 has been completely done, so I don't know, region 43 looks pretty good for a mountain. It's all mountain. I said to myself I wouldn't be claiming any more land in this region, but is Rick gonna claim his land here? We could be neighbors. Come on, let us know in the Twitch chat, Rick. Are you gonna claim your land in region 43, which looks to be entirely made of mountains? I think you should. If he's not jumping up and down. But I'm sure he'd probably want to do it on stream as opposed to off stream. But yeah, region 43 looks good for mountains. So perfect timing there. I'm going to go and introduce myself to a loss via a battle. Oh look, I sent myself a Mimosa Nightshade because I wanted to put it on the market to get DEC out of it so I could pay back myself for spending so much money on a group buy for packs. So now I have 5.2k packs that are unopened, and a result of that group buy, the other thing, I know this is a very first world problem, is I now have, hang on, this screen is probably more representative, 927 bears. But the first world problem is I also have a gold one. So I don't know what to do with 927 bears. I haven't decided yet. I think I'm going to keep them as 927 bears, all on their own. All on their own. They're a solitary creature. They don't like to be combined. And they're just going to hibernate here for a while. But I did have this before I decided to participate in the group buy. So I gotta start scraping together my my DEC again, because I am poor when it comes to DEC. Oh, I know, JB Saints. I know. Bears accept homes everywhere. All they need to do is just eviscerate the owners of those homes. That's the first step to a bear moving in. And we will see how much of a bear this battle is. Silent Summoners, 14 mana. And it doesn't really matter what's going to happen. Sadness about Llama Hydra here, so it's going to be a 3 mana summoner. It's really the only choice we've got. It's just a matter of which Splinter I think is going to work the best. Let's go with some Solitary Forgotten One. Who can back up the Forgotten One? 2s and 1s, probably going to be 1s. Might do this, chuck in the Demoralize, and let Forgotten One retaliate their way to victory. Hopefully there's no opportunity on the enemy team. That would be a very painful and sad and traumatic for me. But we'll hope that that doesn't happen. It's Dallin. I'm really, really glad I brought immunity along. If only he had trample. It'd be so good if he had trample. Oh, the miss. So sad. And that's the mood we're going to set for my stream. Absolute sadness. Sadness and more sadness, compounded with additional sadness. But this one isn't a sad rule set. It's equalizer and equal opportunity. So welcome to Possibilis the Wise. And welcome for the Rooney. And welcome for the Deep Lurker. Screen Splinter available? Yeah, they are. That's not a fun time for me. Where's Deep Lurker? There is Deep Lurker. Yes, I just did a Control F in my browser to find the monster I wanted. That's how my brain functions today. If we're gonna have lots of health, let's bring in Scavengers. I don't know that Rooney should be my tank. Kelpinish might be an excellent tank. Because then they can help keep everybody else alive. And then for the final two, let's go Halfling Alchemist. And hope for the very best. See what we get coming out of this battle. Victories, losses, sideways things, frontways things, brainways things. Yeah, that's my peak laziness. I don't want to scroll, so just Control F, find the monster name instead of using the filters. Although my opponent seems to be scrolling manually through their cards using an abacus of some such. Such is their lack of alacrity. I'm using words today. Lots of words. Yeah, I mean, you can filter by the ability, but I think it's nicer to filter through other means. I'm not going to be able to hit anything here. That Wavesmith is the bane of my team's existence right now. Yeah, goodbye. I've lost that one. Wouldn't have even gotten a trample going. At least I only lost 3 rating points for that one. And I lost 13 for the prior one. So let's properly ruin my rating today. Hey Kira, good to have you with us. And for those of you who are watching this live and not watching a replay, this will be my last stream for the next week and a bit. So my Thursday stream this week will be handled by Rick, and it's Kira this time next week. So that's because I am departing on a road trip tomorrow. So I will not be streaming for the days that I am away. So you'll get a special treat of other human beings instead of me. Aim true and 15 mana. What do we want to do here? I am thinking I want Lorna. I'm going to use a Grenadier. I might use a Stitch Leech. Stitch Leech feels like fun. If it's True Strike, I think we can risk that. Crystal Jaguar, because if they retaliate, it will certainly hit. And then we've got some extra zooms with the Soul Fiend. Yeah, I'll click your message on Discord. It's our neighbor will be looking after our cat while we're away, so we're going to message him when we arrive as well. But it's pretty easy. Australian roads are pretty straight and boring, so there's not a lot of drama. It will be a high temperature of 41 degrees here in Adelaide where I live, so 41C in F for everyone else playing at home. It will be about 106 Fahrenheit as the peak temperature tomorrow. So, and for those who play in Celsius, 41 degrees, science. So it will be very fun. And we actually ended up winning that game, which surprised me. You get past about 34 or 35 degrees, and you're just like, this is warm. And you don't perceive anything as being hotter than that, I think. Like physiologically, I don't believe it's possible to perceive that temperature. It's just like, yeah, that's hot. It's kind of like, well, my experience of being in the snow is the same, where it's like, oh yeah, it's cold. Couldn't tell you how cold, but it's just cold. Yeah, I'm gonna have my wife with me in the car, Rick, and I will not let her fall asleep. I will not let me fall asleep as a result of those things. We've got a book she'll be reading. We've got a radio that we can listen to. We've got a kick-ass phone mount so we can put on a podcast or something like that. Or, you know, just chill out with some tunes. I'm really glad that the air conditioner in my car works. I'm very, very glad of that fact. That's like the number one safety feature in Australian cars, a functioning air conditioner. Other than, you know, tires that work and brakes that work. What am I doing here? It's Malay Mayhem and Fire and Regret. So I want to use all of the Malay stuff. Yeah, I've been to Florida. I went to Key West many, many, many years ago, and the humidity just dang near killed me. I couldn't stand it. I was like wearing 4 different t-shirts every single day because I was just sweating constantly. It was horrific. I wouldn't wish that level of humidity upon any human being. It's inhospitable. And then you've got the hurricanes and stuff to deal with periodically as well, which I imagine is no fun either. I've just put together a random hodgepodge of monsters here because I've got no idea what I'm doing or what I want to achieve. But I'm really glad I selected a whole bunch of magical creatures. I'm really glad they put their slip spawn in the middle of the team, because my Grenadier is going to do some lovely, lovely blast damage. If they get to that point. Yeah, there it is. Oh no, the return fire. Why did I forget about the return fire? In my city, people use their lane turning signals at approximately the same time as they are committing to the turn. So as they turn the steering wheel, they turn their indicators on. That's because here in Adelaide, the driving culture generally goes, if you see a car that's indicating to change lanes and, you know, merge correctly, you should cut them off. That's the driving psychology here in Adelaide. So people either don't indicate, or they indicate and they madly move out to try and get into the lane that they want to get into. Everywhere else in the world, the general consensus is, generally speaking, you indicate and a gap typically opens for you to fill on the road to, you know, help traffic continue to flow. But here's someone who wants to get into another lane. It's kind of like a duel. It tends to be common here, and I think it's a meme at this point, Dari, that BMWs have either malfunctioning indicators, or if you were ever to buy a second-hand BMW, you'd find that the indicator stalk is completely flawless and in good condition, and the globes on the indicators are in wonderful factory new condition. I don't know if that's how it is all over the world, but here it's a meme. Earthquake, a 20 mana. Grenadier's coming back again. It's the greatest hits of Grenadier, except he's probably going to miss everything. Exactly, Rick. You get it. You get it. This man understands. I'm going to throw in Dax Paragon for that Amplify. Now, who can we bring? That's going to be a very good flying machine. Why aren't I bringing Uriel? Let's drop Dax. No, let's drop the Conjurer. It's probably low mana for Uriel. Oh, here I go again. Control Fing to find Uriel. There we go. And then we'll bring a Cleanse. And then we'll throw in the Chaos Agent and the Soul Fiend just to make sure that I get first bites here. Let's see how this goes. Is my Grenadier safe? Yes, they're safe for like one turn. Good. They got the good stuff through. They got the snare is the word I was looking for, but they couldn't get the snare on Celestial Harpy. Man, Uriel, come on, man. You're not meant to miss like that. And now he's going to die because he will not have a heal. This is why Uriel is trash. They need a team around them, not a bunch of people who are just going to fall over. 36 mana, keep your distance. Here's a bunch of scratches. I am going to throw in Deep Swimmer here, because I want to fling arrows back at my enemy. That's the wrong thing. I want that. And then I want... what is his name? Nerd here. Oh, actually... Do I want... No. No. Runemancer Kai. She's probably not going to be our tankiest tank. Did we bring an Amplify? Yes, we did. So I'm going to gamble with Onyx Sentinel's life. Hope that my opponent does not bring opportunity to the table. And let's go and examine what happens here. There's roundabouts everywhere here in Australia. They are used so much. I got so confused when I went to the US, and everywhere I'd expect there to be a roundabout, there was like 4-way stop signs. I was so horrifically confused, because roundabouts, again, it's all about the flow of traffic. Keep it moving. I've played a lot of Cities Skylines in my life. I should just add that as a disclaimer, and traffic management in that game becomes sort of an obsessive religion, whether you want it to or not. Australian drivers struggle with dual lane roundabouts. They're fine with single lane roundabouts, but dual lane roundabouts, and it ends up being absolute chaos. There is a set of roundabouts in Adelaide, where I live, which generates the most crashes you've ever seen in your life. I'll bring it up on Google Maps after this battle, and you can tell me how you guys would handle this as a driver. Just gonna get a window up. Bring it across to my main screen. It's the satellite view. As my team loses yet another battle here. Or am I? Oh, they're just getting repeatedly crippled. Yeah, they're gonna lose. Oh yeah, because everybody had cripple. That's why I'm losing. I didn't bring enough actual attacking people. Here we go. This is a wonderful representation. Okay. One moment, dear viewers. All right, here we go. Here is the Google Maps of the city in which I live. So we've got the central business district here, and around the central business district, there's sort of this ring road, which most cities tend to have. But these roundabouts that I'm referring to are dual roundabouts. So you have this road here, which is one of the main parts of the ring route that goes around the city, and this is actually a 3-lane roundabout. And then over here, you have a 2-lane roundabout. So how confusing would this be to people unfamiliar with roundabouts? So if you're approaching from the north heading south, you've got 2 lanes. You can either go straight from either of them, staying in the leftmost lanes. You'll also notice that your 2 lanes turn into 3 lanes, then back into 2 lanes on the other side of the roundabout. Then to the south, approaching north, you've got this little bypass road. If you want to go and change direction this way, over here, and then you have 3 lanes over here, which you've got to pick your lane back here, depending on whether you want to go this way and go north from west to north, or whether you want to go just continue along the road straight. You better be in the right lane. Because guess what? There's 3 here, there's 2 here. It's yeah, we're left-hand drive, so we drive on the left, but the approach to these roundabouts looks a bit like this. So you're sitting here, the street view car was in the right-hand lane, but if you're heading north, this is what you are confronted with when you are looking at the traffic and which way you want to go. So yeah, if you're here, you can go and exit the road over here. Alternatively, you can go straight and exit the road over here. Alternatively, you can go all the way around and do a U-turn. But then if we head further on down this way, and you look at it from the other perspective, you can see the signage is the signage makes sense. I feel like the signage makes sense because, you know, I can interpret signs, but you know, people just don't look at the signs. That's the problem. But yeah, if you're approaching it this way and you're just looking at it from this perspective and it's like, hey, look, cars, oh look, more cars. It just looks like chaos, right? But it's beautiful chaos. There's a pub here on the corner. We call hotels pubs, you know, or a bar, and people will often sit up on the balcony of that hotel, drinking beer, cheering on all the every time someone beeps their horn going through this roundabout, they will go beep beep. But there you can see this. I think that's a Ford Mondeo has barely cleared the roundabout, but this Land Cruiser or Hilux or whatever it is has already crossed over the line and gone, yep, that's my gap, I'm going. While there's a van over here probably coming to say hello to the side of that Toyota there. So yeah, that's traffic chaos in my city. Thanks for asking. I hate it. But yeah. The interchange stuff in the US didn't really bother me when I was over there. It was good. It was nice. It was very impressive at how organized the whole thing was. Whereas here it's just an absolute mess. But you know, you get this thing called cultural cringe when you live somewhere for a long time. You always think that things are done better elsewhere, when in fact it's probably just as good where you are compared to the foreign place. What are we going to do here? We've got Rise of the Commons and Stampede. I would have loved to have done a llama and something else. What is it going to be? I might go Quicks, because then I can use my favorite dragon. See, now I'm just scrolling because oh no, I can't use my favorite dragon. It's Rise of the Commons. How do we consider a Artemis soloing? Not gonna work. Maybe I'll go Dallin and we'll go with Senor Lifesteal, Life Sapper, Bonesmith, Shadow Snitch up in the front, and the 2 mana options are not very good. Here's a nice 1 mana option, and I guess that's a nice 1 mana option on the tail. We can't play the 0, so I'm feeling okay about this. I'm really glad I've got those magic damage dealers. And there goes all the shields. Really wish that was a miss. That played out beautifully for me. Can I survive the onslaught? The answer is going to be a big no. That's a shame. In response to your message there, if you know what you're doing or aren't a complete idiot behind the wheel, it's easy enough until stupid people make it complicated. I remember when I was in New Mexico, went out for dinner one night and was just going to drive back to the hotel, and I'm driving along and I'm like, why are all the why are all the streetlights off? And then I realized, oh, that's because I'm treating this like an Australian road. That's why all the streetlights are off, the traffic lights rather. And that was after being in the States for like 2.5 months at that point. So I should have been used to it by then. But it was like a really small town in the middle of nowhere in New Mexico. As you often find on road trips. It was fun. Okay, what are we going to do? We are going to go Lorna. It's up close and personal, so I feel like it might be time. No, I can't bring the bear. That's sadness. Let's go the Rooney. And I might just pack it up with Stitch Leech, and then Soul Fiend gets to come along too. Let's see what we get out of this battle. We went to Roswell on that trip, and I'm pretty sure it was a town to the south of Roswell. I can't remember what the name was exactly. It may have actually been Roswell where that happened. Does it cost some ETH to delegate your Rooney to your Splinterlands account? Yes, it did. You had to pay the gas fee. When I did my transaction, it was about I think $4 or $5. Worse of ETH. Yes, worse of ETH. That was 6 SPS for that win. That's ridiculous. I haven't been paying attention because guess what? Oh no, that was my second win today in my stream. So yeah, 6 SPS is pretty good. But the majority of the time that I spent in the States was in around Pittsburgh. So up in PA, and then a fair bit of time in a town called Newcastle near the Ohio border. So that was sort of the region I was based in for most of the time while I was over there. Now this is probably going to be a loss, but it's 14 mana, therefore Llama Mercenary, I have to do it as tradition. It will be a loss, but it is a sacrifice I'm willing to make for the entertainment value. Unless I get Retaliates cranking, then it will not be a loss. Could go either way. All right. Yes, this is looking great. Because now, bye-bye Metal Guardian. Excellent. I was mentally preparing myself for a loss. And it seems as though I may emerge victorious. Anything can happen. This Torrent Fiend could somehow defeat me. I don't know how that would take place, but you've got to embrace the entirely pessimistic mindset when you're playing in Champion League. I should really be focusing on playing more death. Armored up, tis but scratches. I think speed is going to be the most important thing here, so we're going kitty. We will be sorting by the quickest to the slowest. Rooney Skyclaw seems like an excellent choice. And now we need all of the swiftness we can possibly shove into the team. Yes, let's go River Nymph. Alright, now do we have anyone that has a slow? Diamond Dragon and Bacteria. Well, in case of Blast, let's throw Venatcore in. Now I want someone with a really competent reflection. I think it's going to have to be Robo Dragon Knight. Let's see how this goes. Most of my team is focused on speed. There's probably better compositions here, but I just want to try new things. Rating. That is really the only difference, JB Saints. So what is the main difference between Champion and Diamond? You've got access to the identical card set at the identical level range. Champion players are just clearly cheaters because they have special RNG skills inside their brain, that their brain RNG allows them to pick better team compositions and new more consistently. Yes, the spelling is also different. Great one, Maui. Love it. Reminds me of collection power is different as well. Yep. I'm gonna watch this battle, then I'm gonna make a joke in the spirit of Big Barge's message there. Opponent's got a lot of gold cards. They went to Splinterfest because they have the high roller title. So my prospects here are probably pretty poor. But if we get our backfire cranking against that sandworm, we might stand some chance. What I'm really enjoying is the fact that Rooney Skyclaw was absolutely nuking that creature thing that had whatchamacallit. And we can't miss. That is a brilliant addition to our team. Oh, this backfire is going very nice. And there goes the quick boy, the dodge boy. You can't dodge because we've got a flying dragon cat. Return fire did quite well. Now, can we survive against this sandworm? Oh, Deep Lake is actually a pretty big threat as well. We've got another... Oh, good. The dodge bought us the turn we needed to get it done. 72 rating points. Don't mind if I do. That's a beautiful amount of rating points. So this is a joke with like the longest punchline ever. So 200,000 collection power for Diamond 1. 250,000 collection power for Champion 3. So the difference between Diamond and Champion is 50,000 collection power. That's the statement that I'm going to make. The other difference is the chest has a higher chance to be a legendary chest, a legendary card rather, and a higher chance of being a gold foil. 8% chance. So there are other differences, but everything else, it's max level cards all the way through. It's just the rating. The collection power is different, at least in Modern. It will be different again in Wild League. Champion points are earned every time you win a battle in Champion. So I gained 72 rating here. So if we go to my profile, which we'll need to reload, you will see in the bottom here I have 38,560 champion points. Champion points are the end of season delta between your rating and the entry to Champion League. So the entry to Champion League, I believe, is 4,200, no, 3,800, 3,700. I guessed everything but the actual number. So at the conclusion of this season, if I had my rating not move at all, I would add 327 champion points to my champion point tally. So it's sort of like a Champion League tenure rating, I guess. That's probably the best way to describe it. They were used in the SPS airdrop as one of the considerations. They had airdrop points associated to them, but they've done absolutely nothing other than that in the game, other than, I guess, potential bragging rights, the champ points. Most of mine were extracted from Wild League very early on in the game, but yeah, they they don't have a great, incredible amount to do with the other bits and pieces. And you'll notice in Wild, my highest rating versus Modern, rating was basically uncapped back in the day. They fixed it after one season, pretty much. Because even with 21,647 rating points, I still had my highest ever finish in 9th position for a end of ranked season. And that's over 4 years. We'll be entering Splinterlands' 5th year in June. Just 6 months. It's fun times. But interestingly, the streaks are very similar. But let's see if I can continue my 2-game winning streak here. No, 3-game winning streak. Jeez. What wizardry is this that I've managed to develop? We may be seeing a Lux Vega here. Or a Milo. Milo's disgusting. I don't want to see a Milo. It's odd ones out. Only monsters with odd number may be used. Okay. I might go down the path of using death and using ranged people, because that's not something that happens very often. And with Dallin, the cripple is likely to throw spanners in the works of any potential healing. Don't know if Felakor Deceiver is going to have enough speed to do some elaborate dodging. Sad that they are too expensive. I can't use Tower Griffin. So who else comes with 5 mana? Or rather can be summoned with 5 mana. Let's throw in a blind, even though I think Hireling has a blind. No, they don't. They've just got the slow. Alright, well, let's see how this goes. So if Deceiver fails us, it's all over. Oh, I'm so happy I have Grenadier in my team. Provided they can hit the Almo, they are going to do 6 damage to little Almo. There it is, but unfortunately there was armor involved. Come on, Deceiver, do your dodge. I don't think he's going to do his dodge. Dang it. What a shame. Well, we'll try again. It's what we do. What's the next battle going to bring to us? I appreciate the fact that everyone's pretty talkative in the chat this week. It was really quiet last week because I was losing tons of games and just being self-deprecating the whole time. Super Sneak, a lost legendaries. Ouch. It's a pretty incredible team. Everyone's going to sneak. I feel like this is it's lost legendaries, otherwise I was going to say it's Jared Scar's time to shine. Jared Scar shall not be doing any shining. Instead, we can do some shininess. Really tempted by Lux here for some reason. Let's do Lux. Then I feel like I need a life splinter involving shield bearer to, you know, just mildly divert attention away. Fight the battle on my terms as opposed to the enemy's terms. Can't use any legendaries, sadly. Won't stop me from using a double heal. And I was going to say a Dr. Blight, but that option's not available to us either. A Grenadier is, though. That'll give us some blast, but make us vulnerable to a potential return fire. I think that's going to be the best I can. That's going to be bad. Cleanse is not going to save me. Lucky he's got a lot of health as his baseline. And Grenadier, do us some killing. Thank you very much. So destroyed. Good little backfire there. That didn't help me one bit. Need a lot more backfire to happen. Ooh, there's another one. Backfired the backfire, and now it's over. So, into the fray, I wander once more. 16 mana, and people get angry. I like it when people get angry, particularly when they're standing there with a llama behind them. Oh, that won't fit. I wanted to see the bear get angry, but they get angry by default. It's something that bears typically do. Let's go with... Can't fit an enraged Grund. It's gonna be the mercenary. It always has to be. But will we be able to slow them down with a failed summoner? Hoping they bring Sneak and Blue Splinter. They brought one Sneak. They didn't bring Murderlight Guardian, which is good news. Oh, the Retaliate missed. Tragic. Hey, I hit that time. And again. No Retaliate that time. And Retaliate. No. There we go. Waiting for the retaliation. Really lucky that hit. Okay, we are golden. I love it when simple stuff works. It makes my life a lot easier. Angry mercenary is angry. Even though most of his anger becomes cleansed, he still managed to kill everything. Almost back up to 4,000 rating. So high of 4027. Don't know that I'll hit Champ 2 today, but a man can dream. That's what I'll do forevermore. will jump again into the battle. Ah, the tooltip was about Splinterlands TV. Silent Summoners and my opponent spammed nothing but Lux Vega. So I think I know what to expect, but it will not matter one single bit. It's going to be all about the best team possible for 36 mana. Feels like it's time for Demon Shark. Let's do it. Are we going to go Dragon Demon Shark? We are. Yes, we are. Not 3 mana. There's that filthy Demon Shark. Shanus. We're talking about the best healers. Murderlight Guardian possibly qualifies for that title. If we're using Dragon, what's some little trick we can do with Dragon Splinter? We can bring a Reflection Shield Healy thing, double up on the heal, and let's go Tower Griffin to give everybody a tiny bit more robustness. Oh, that void. It's kind of painful. Don't think I'm getting through this team. Skip ahead. I was correct. I did not get through that team. These things happen. They occur with horrifying regularity. Cleanse removes all negative effects except for cripple. Now we got Holy Protection. It's time for Dragon once more. The quickest people in the world. Wanna be sort of chaotic? Let's go Death. Because we can try to make a team that does a whole bunch of dodge. It's a pretty quick team. The trade-off is hoping that they don't go with a aggressive, quick, fast team. Do I want Dragon Jumper or the Dampier? Let's go the Dampier Stalker. I'm very ranged heavy here. I'm really hoping it wasn't Silent Summoners. Oh good, I am very nuky. Hopefully we can cause Uriel to miss. Nope. Everybody's hitting flawlessly. My damage is way too spread out here. Oh, why didn't she dodge that? That was the important one. That is another loss. Okay, 2 in a row. Let's make it 3 in a row. It's my special talent. It's my foremost skill. What's going to happen here? I really just want my Deceiver to do something useful. My opponent was seen to be spamming lots and lots and lots of Lux Vega. So, in terms of that, we'll we'll do them one better and we'll just go kitty. And we'll go water. And we're gonna stack an enormous amount of triage. Triple triage. Triage? It's a word. I just made it up. And then we're gonna look for taunt. Because we're gonna throw in Longtail in the second position. Chaos Agent in the front. And that's pretty much all we can do. And we're gonna hope for the best. That True Strike is really annoying. I'm fighting a guild member. Sadly, my guild has very decent players in it. Which means I'm probably going to lose this. Be nice if there was some more dodging happening. Although from a survival perspective, I may end up with enough health. Because all of their attacks are going into Longtail. Longtail's getting healed twice around. They have a higher speed than most of the enemy team. Yeah, good turnaround. Excellent turnaround. Why use cleanse when you can just triage everything? I quite literally healed them to death. Longtail got their delicious double heal from the kitty and from themselves. That was nice. That was a relief. Small little victory over a guild member. I will take it. And I will cherish that win forever and ever and ever. Considering it was ending my losing streak. Alright, Lost Magic, 16 mana. It's time for Llama plus Mercenary. Go. 2 mana left on the table. Don't care. Probably could have played the failed summoner in front, but again, don't care. Mercenary is the only one that's going to matter. He'll either win or he will lose. Or maybe the enemy will play the same cards and we'll get an unlikely draw. That would be okay too. We'll find out very, very soon. I wish there was a ticking metronome while you waited for your opponent. True Strike's going to be a bit annoying. But if we retaliated it away, it's going to be quite nice. Yeah, I got it. Hey, Sai22 Leo, welcome. Oh yeah, this battle's going well. It's going so well. Bang. And here we go again. Bang. Bang. And goodbye. First hit. Beautiful. Spacebar game. Alright, got my rank back over 4,000. Excellent news. I'm not doing so well on chests so far this season though. Only at 39 season chests. They are champ chests though. 6 from today. Which is pretty nice as well. Equalizer and reverse speed. I quite like this rule set. We're gonna go with Something that's going to hurt my brain and that I'll possibly regret. We want inverse speed. So, hey Rooney, a desert dragon. You know what? Hey, you as well. Free resurrect, blast shield, and healing. Because Desert Dragon is vulnerable to all sorts of things. We want to try and increase the chance of them being less vulnerable to magical things. At the same time, we need... Maybe we go the double resurrect? Can we do that? It's 6 mana though, isn't it? Can we even play them? No, it's 7 mana. Way out of the question. Yeah, I was thinking Helendale, but then I'll have to drop something. I'd have to drop Rooney, which I don't like the idea of, because then it's like a triple feature resurrect. Merdhampier, because Equalizer, Life Leech could work well. And then we'll throw that Chaos Agent maybe in the back and see how that falls apart. We'll see. Made that up as I went towards the end. I just really want to use that Desert Dragon. It's the Odin. Oh dear God. No, stay alive, Desert Dragon. Oh well, he gets resurrected. Oh no, he got halved. This is a tragic outcome. Alright, Rooney, it's all on you. He's gonna get halved too, isn't he? Yep. Ouch. I don't think the River Helendale would have saved us there. Anyway. That was tragic. Noxious fumes, close range. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Mama? Where are you, my Cornelius friend? There you are. The ultimate in close range technology. Or at least I think it's the ultimate in close range technology. Cornelius and Llama. Probably very easy to defeat. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Rick. We will see you next time. Cheers. This is taking too long. Oh, they've done the Cornelius as well. So beautiful. And it's Moriarty, the only person in the game with a Grandmaster title, so my prospects do not bode well. They've done this dance many more times than I. Perhaps it will end in a draw. Here comes the poisonating. So they started on 17, 18. Yeah. They're killing each other softly with their arrows. The RNG order is quite compelling here. Oh yes, I got the win. That's a thing of beauty. I'll take it. 36 rating points. That's the sort of win that you cherish. It was against a gold llama and a gold failed summoner. Llama plus creature, clearly superior to just llama plus additional creatures. It was a very good win. It's one that I needed. It's a confidence one. Hey Max, welcome. Good to have you with us. I think I just bruised my finger. I'm so capable. I put my drink bottle down and jammed my finger underneath the drink bottle and bruised my finger immediately. Life is great. Super sneak and odd ones out. 28 mana. What is this going to be? Can't be Llama Hydra because it's not available. You know what? I think I might go Quicks. Quicks with fire. Because that makes no sense at all. I want retaliates everywhere. Actually, forgot one's probably better in the rear. Do we have any reaches that fit the bill well here? Not really. Throw in that horny toad. Throw in that flame monkey. 4 mana is nobody. Poison I feel is useful. And we'll throw in the radiated scorcher. So we got double poison going. Oh god, I hope I get this trample going. They are going to be so fragile. Dang it. The miss. Oh no, not Jared Scar. I only noticed Jared Scar now. This makes me sad. Foiled by Jared Scar again. Next. Equal opportunity, no legendaries. Yes, it's gotta be Kelia. Double scavenger. Oh, I really want to use the bear, but they're so situational. Am I seriously considering hardy stonefish? I don't think so, but I did for a very brief moment. Can't use my 0 mana guy, unfortunately. Alright, let's go again. See what the outcome's going to be this time. To find their spirits, their teams. They are taking really forever. here we go. Scavo Hiling in the first position is so foreign, but interesting. Seems to be working, though. What is this team? The miss. Oh, that's a disgusting team. Who even, like, what diabolical mastermind comes up with that as a team? That's ridiculous. But hey, I was very fairly beaten there, so I'm not going to complain all that much. But yeah, that was very, very ridiculous. Okay. Amplify and everyone gets mad. I think I know what I'm going to see. It's going to be Lux Vega. It's llama time because it's available. Unfortunately, that won't work. Really banking on the fact that they don't bring thorns. Rooney's got opportunity. Rooney could get mad. We'll go like that and hope they bring sneaks. That's what enrages. Everyone gets mad. Everyone gets angry. We try and take advantage of that anger. Got 45 minutes left to try and stay in champ. Is that something I'm going to be able to do? What have we got? Depression is what we have when we look at this enemy lineup. We need to trigger retaliates. Nah, you don't sacrifice land. I had to stop for a second and think, how did we get halved? But that was just the demoralize. Good job, Rooney. You're a champion among champions. If they brought Mad Hampier along in this team, I would have been in much more trouble. He's dodging like a boss. Now, could you retaliate like a boss? It has to be hit in order to retaliate. There we go. That's a very, very mad Deep Lurker, which luckily died. Now, condition of victory here is must land retaliate. And must do it consecutively. But I think we'll win due to exhaustion here. There it is. Now they will go away. And fatigue starts to come along. Wonderful. Excellent. Beautiful news. Alrighty, so get that 7th chest if we win one more match. That is my modest goal for the rest of the stream. Let's see what we get. Reverse speed and silent summoners. I've got to try and bring out my favorite dragon. With Earth Splinter. Mana cost. Oh, I was gonna say no. I'll use Llama, but then it's a no. That's also a no. The Naga. Halfling Alchemist is a sort of, kind of, maybe yes. And is this position so difficult? Let's go with Uraeus. Throw that enemy slow in. Oh no, why did I do the slow? It's reverse speed. Why am I a failure? Oh, I've realized that as I've clicked it. No. And it's over. My desert dragon is gone. That was pain. That was extreme levels of pain. Equal opportunity, heavy hitters. Okay. Stuns. Dragon plus dragon. Want our stuns to hit. Yeah, I know, it always is, but it's one of my favorite cards. Death might have the best stuns, maybe. That's a lot of stuns. That's a delicious amount of stuns. In fact, I think I can build an entire team of stuns. Oh, I can. It may not be the best team, but it's full of stuns. And the stuns will always hit. Well, whether they stun or not is another question, but the attacks will always hit. That's the key operator there. Okay. Am I gonna have enough speed? Maybe. Please dodge. That's not a dodge. That's also not a dodge. That is also not a dodge. There's the stun. That was also not a dodge. Okay. We got one kill. That was a dodge. That was not a dodge. Oh no. We're not going to get Cthulhu's Last Stand. It's all in the Undead Rexy. They can do nothing. I'm sad. I was playing teams that I emotionally wanted to succeed, as opposed to teams that were actually likely to succeed. So here we go again. Off to either 3 losses in a row or a surprise win. Oh, snipe. Knockout. Elmo, is that you? I think I hear Elmo calling in the distance. With Earth Splinter. Oh, it's Control F time. I was trying to look for Elmo under the ability tree. The only thing I'm going to be really weak to here is going to be oppression. So let's see who else can bring oppression to this party and ensure we use them rigorously. Because if my enemy team does that, I will be not happy. I think that's the first time I've ever used that ability filter to go and search for oppression. If everybody has snipe, maybe a Bakjira could be fun. Bakjira is not going to be fun. Well, he's hoping we're going to hit. Alright. Have at it, Almo. That was sad. That was really, truly sad. Almo, you're meant to dodge, not get hit. Okay, 3 in a row. Lost. At least I feel pretty safe in champion right. Equalizer and Thorns. Well, I think we're gonna see the blue Splinter. Maybe a green Splinter. Let's go Fernheart. Because if we're going to have Thorns, we can introduce the world to almost too expensive. Why is there not enough mana in this rule set? Maybe Kelia. Let's go the Wave Brood and try to triage them to life. Yeah, let's just do a triple triage and see what happens. Oh, there's an affliction there, which is gonna kill me. Immediately. There it is. There's the affliction. It's over. Next. 4 losses in a row. 4 rip count. Terrible, terrible gameplay by me in this last 10 minutes or so. Okay. Things don't go so well without the sacrifice. You're right. They'll continue to not go well. Another battle against Deluxe Vega, probably. But I'm gonna just be obnoxious. And Aunt Llama Cron. I wanted to Llama Cron. Who can help us here? Oh, it's Thorns. Why on earth would I do that? Unless I did Mycelia. No. Is there any other amplifier? No amplifier. What about in Dragon Town? No amplification available at all. What about reflection shields? I feel as though that filter didn't work. Ah, of course it didn't. No reflection shields in Green Splinter. There's a couple of reflection shields, but doesn't leave much room for an actual team. Maybe we'll just risk it this way. Good to know that Demoralize can't be played. Ugh, what a terrible option. And now I'm not going to get Last Stand. Well, at least their opponent doesn't have repair. I'm getting absolutely murdered. Oh, beautiful miss. Yeah, that's over there. Alright, let's continue for things to not go well. You won't wear me down, Dario. It's not possible. It's impossible. $20 mana. At least they can't play Kalia. You know who I might play here? Good old friendly Jared Scar. But he's gonna be mercilessly sacrificed to the front position. That's the only sacrifice I'm willing to make. I will try to ensure that he is missed by potential suitors while being attacked. Oh, this True Strike's going to work in a potentially lovely manner. It's a shame that my opponent didn't bring any snipe along, because that's the whole reason why I placed that Pellicle Conjurer in the second position. Okay, that's out of the way. Don't get poisoned. Good. He listened. He didn't get poisoned. I think Jared Scar's going to bring it home. He's become a pretty angry boy. Oh, he was a very, very angry boy. And Ilthian did nothing other than adding that +1 speed. Jared Scar is great. They're a wonderful card. Close range, but Little League. If only we could play Jotun and our opponent couldn't, that would be great. I feel like Lorna might have the best chance here. Don't know who our tank's gonna be. No idea who our tank's gonna be. I feel like Fire's got the best tank options. But it's also important to make sure magic is represented, particularly in Little League. Can I sneak a stun? I think I can. Let's see if we can do some knockout magic. Right, now if it's close range, guess I can't lose with something like Tower Griffin. Watch me lose, but Spark Fixies is going to be a dodge tank. Let's go. Oh, this could work. There's the stun. Do not miss. Do not miss Kobold Bruiser. Don't you dare miss. Yes, beautiful. But now the rest of my team's just gonna perish. Unless one Dr. Black can beat an entire enemy squad. Didn't look likely. And it definitely was not likely. It didn't occur. And we also won the prize of backfire, screwing up our browser and needing to hard refresh. That's the best prize of them all. It's the greatest prize. All right, back to basics and even. Fire. Fire is the only splinter we have. So Jotun is the only summoner we'll play. Now we want low-cost people to come along and help us. Preferably quick people. Okay, and I guess a 2-man attack. You will do. And we'll put Scorch Fiend in as fodder. I think I'm good here. I like that they too used a Scorch Fiend. I get the feeling they didn't have a wide selection of splinters available in their collection. We might have to go look at their collection power after this, because I certainly wasn't paying attention to it. Some of the cards were not leveled. Let's go see. 700,000 collection power. U cards. Playable. So in Fire Splinter, yeah, they did not have a lot of cards available at all. So that's why I got lucky there, I guess. They didn't have Fire Splinter in their repertoire. Next one. It's going so slowly. Here we go. Equalizer. What is it with everybody playing Lux? Could we just have a match without Lux? That would be wonderful. I'm really glad Blue Splinter's not available, because that was my immediate, that's what I want to play. Let's play Lux and Death Splinter together, because swiftness is fun, even though Dragon is available. Because I want to spam Life Leech. I can't spam Life Leech in the way I intend to. Now I can. Yeah, this is a bad idea. Don't try this at home. But that's what I'm doing. Life Sapper and Bonesmith should have been swapped. But I'm hoping the triple Life Leech can overcome whatever Magic Reflect amplifier thing I'm gonna have to face. At least they didn't bring Magic Reflect. I only have to deal with phase. Fire is going brilliantly. Sadly, my opponent's is also doing things. Unfortunately, it was doing more things than mine. Yeah, now I'm gonna die. Unlucky RNG. Can I at least kill that? There we go. No, it's gonna get resurrected. Oh, sweet, sweet mercy. That one felt like 3 losses at once because it was so comprehensive of a loss. We'll try another. Got plenty of ECR left to burn. Everything hits. Odd ones out. Alright. We're going to be the zippiest team you've ever seen. And bring out the slows. Hiling is not necessarily going to be our front line. But we want... Wrong way. Wrong way of the speed sort. Yeah, I'm going Deceiver. It's not the greatest thing I've ever done, but it is the thing. And you know what? Let's throw in a carb list. So we got 2 ranged. I don't know. Why have I got the Hiling? He can go away. So we've still got 5 mana to play with fundamentally. Void Dragon? I don't think there's much scope for Magic Reflect. Maybe Silent Shavi. See how this goes. Wait, why did I play... It's Aim True, isn't it? Why did I play Let's Try and Dodge Everything in Aim True rule set? Can someone help me out with my thought processes here? Because they were clearly flawed. They were incredibly flawed. Hopefully, it will still work out somehow. I was about to say it appears to be functioning. Oh, beautiful Retaliate. At least we're going to stack damage on Lyra now. But now, bye-bye. And... oh, I'm too slow. Which is funny when you're playing Biz Kitty, which is meant to be the quickest in the business. Because I didn't sacrifice the land. I love the creativity with each message. Unprotected, Arise of the Commons. Fire, stuff, things. Is it wrong to do a poor man's Jotun with Yasik and just try and blast my way out of here? I think not. It's going to be the poorest man's Jotun. Phineas can even come along. That explosive rats is such a bad idea. It's like the worst, most horrible idea. But, you know, it's because I'm not making the sacrifices that matter. That's why I'm for some reason compelled to do all of this. I have 7 mana left. Those aren't great choices for 7 mana. A Scattershot Gargoyle Devil might sound like a good idea. Let's do that. Meanwhile, my opponent's just gone, hey, what's up? I'm not going to do the poor man's Jotun. I'm going to deal the real man's Jotun, which I could have also done. Those headwinds. Oh, so debilitating. I deserve that one. How many in a row? Three. Three rip. Rip three. Brer patch up to 11. Okay. Amplify is already there. So if we can give someone magic reflect and they natively have return fire, could do something interesting. Or we could just play Alma. Let's go Jotun, Almo, and Reflection Shield City. It's frustrating that Dragon isn't around. Feel like Cornelius is a good hedge. Really hope they don't play Life Man. So let's go Phyrexia General for that. Have a Shatter available. Let's just see. Yeah, maybe Kaladin. The Lurker. No, Lurker feels useless. We'll throw a Sandworm in. The wrong position. Okay, so we're going to trying to take down that Lurker as our first port of call. I have all of my faith embedded in the Sandworm. Oh, and that faith was clearly not misplaced. Oh, that's even better. Resurrect High Priest Darius. Then High Priest Darius resurrects the Lurker. And then the True Strike kills them again. Okay, that miss was quite traumatic. And that bear is going to be very difficult to kill because all of my people have 5 attack. The best way to kill him is going to be through blast damage. Which is really ironic. No, we're good. We are good. That was great. All done without needing to make any horrible sacrifices. And I'm still just short of that 8th chest. I have 12 minutes to try and get that 8th chest. I will do it. I will get it done. I will make it happen. Hey, J-Ron, good to have you. Struggling along. Fire and Regret, but also Melee Mayhem. But also only the Blue Splinter. Okay. That is clearly not enough mana to do some wretched team of just utter destruction. Do we have many thorny creatures? There's a few thorny creatures. Obstradamus might. Not Affliction, I wanted Amplify. Yes, maybe that. And maybe that. And maybe that. And then that. This is a pretty crazy team. Whether it will work, I don't think it will. Alright. What's happening here? I am really glad I didn't bring any blast. I'm really annoyed that they brought sneak. Hopefully our Chaos Agent can do something interesting against that enemy sneak. Thankfully they don't have poison. Is our repair going to go to the right place though? Probably not. That's pretty much the end of the battle. Losing that Chaos Agent on the back. Because Lobstradamus and their thorns will do absolutely nothing. Oh, that backfire. Oh, disgusting. Absolutely terrible. Still gotta crank out that additional win somehow. We might get there. Don't know that we will. I do know how, but that's not going to happen. Ooh, reverse speed. Time for Jotun. Do we dare go Grum? Let's do it. It's Grum time. Speed. Oh, that's the wrong way to sort the speed. That's the way we want to sort speed. That one, that one. Molten Ash Golem, maybe. Halfling Alchemist. Still a lot of mana I've got left. Is there any other giant killer? No. Alright. Ifrit Elder. Come on, friend. Oh, my giant killer's not going to work. Oh, look at you, Rooney. What a delightful start. It's a shame this guy has immunity. Rooney's just hitting all the right spots. Hopefully that's a trend they can continue. I got this in the bag. This is a great one. There was no sacrifice required. And we still got a last stand up our sleeve, as well as a little tiny thing known as Dr. Blind. And there it is. Hopefully that was enough to get chest number 8. It was. Splendid. It's something to do with a plot of land changing hands. Walk the grid. He's suggesting that if I sacrifice a plot of land to them, of my, I think I've got 14 plots left to claim, that they'll do stuff. They'll commit some sort of ritualistic sacrifice that enables me to win constantly. I think it's time for Llama and Mercenary fun times. At least it'll be fun for me to watch it unfold, not into my favor. Because it's melee mayhem. I'm gonna spam everybody and just have that mercenary at the back for the last stand. I had to double check there and make sure I didn't put the Chaos Agent at the back. It is the stream meme. Just like when Silver. This could turn out okay for me, provided I don't get poisoned in that back line. There's a nice little retaliate. Nice miss. Beautiful. Oh no. I don't know if I'm going to actually get my last stand here. Okay. Crisis averted. Still a lot of damage to deal with. Slightly less damage to deal with now. Okay, we're good. Yeah. I think land might be God mode in actuality. When it's a game to play, you know, just looking after your land will feel like you're a god. Hey, that's 2 in a row. What a surprise. Let's see if I can make it 3 in a row. Although I imagine that second in a row was just an artifact of Llama Hydra. Not Llama Hydra, Llama Mercenary. I wish it was Llama Hydra, but then I'd have to go back to Wild League and have to contend with the horrors of Valnamore and Kraken, and hey, I'd also have to contend with Llama Hydra too. Thorns. And we've got Lux. I'm gonna throw a spanner into the works and go Ilthian. Then we're gonna throw out the Conjurer. We are gonna use Grenadier. Knockout is part of the rule set. Is it wrong of me to use Bill of the Radiant? Probably. In that case, not cripple. Oppression is what I want. Ooh, oppression and cripple in one package? That sounds really nice. And do we have... We do. I'm so glad I have a Gargoyle Scrapper. But I'm going to play Chaos Agent instead. What's the point of me playing Pellicle Conjurer here? Protect the Grenadier. Okay, we'll see if that actually works. I don't think it will. But we will see. Oh, the oppression might just pay off. Bang, 6 damage. Not going to live long enough to make it effective. I was anticipating a big unit in the front, but I was hoping that I could defeat the big unit, and I was incorrect. However, speaking of big units, stick around for J-Run coming up next with their stream. It's the FOMO hour. I don't know what they're going to make your FOMO about, given that most of the group sales for Chaos Legion are done and dusted at this point. I took part, as you saw at the start of my stream. I have so many bears now. So many bears. But I'll try and cram this battle in as quickly as I can before we depart. And as I mentioned, I'll be departing on a road trip tomorrow, so Rick on the Mountain will take my slot later this week, and Kira will see you in this time slot next week. So I don't think I'm going to get my team in here with my inability to multitask, but I'm going to do my very, very best to try and put together an amusing team, hopefully, that we can watch. Lose. Let's see. 10 seconds? We're not going to see it. Alright, thank you all. Have a wonderful evening. Celebrate responsibly, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.